Hello everyone, my name is Jarif Mohshan. After our last week for class, I have corrected the project report that was told by our faculty. For the further process, I have submitted requirement analysis to our group, and among the selected requirement analysis that are submitted to PyLabs, I have made video of the journal and submitted to my group, and they have uploaded. In the report, I have add bibliography of the project, make separate chapter for the compliance standard and impacts. In this process, my friend Radua helped me. I have submit a copy of NID and a photo to the pilots for the need of document. Thank you everyone.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Numa Choudhury. Now I will talk about my 5th week journal. As I mentioned last week that this time we are going to study on requirement analysis. So we did this in this week. We talked with many people who use parking in their daily life. We asked them to know what kind of problem they face while parking. On that basis, we made our requirement analysis file. We divided all the requirements in various parts so that it becomes easier to anyone to search for any particular requirement. We created entry requirement, exit requirement, functional requirement, payment requirement, performance requirement, availability, security requirement, user interface, hardware requirement, maintainability, and so on. We submitted our requirement file to PyLab mentor and also showed it to our internal mentor. They were satisfied with our work improvement. Then our external mentor assigned us our next week task, which is to design a schema for our project database and create a preliminary design of our project. So we will work on that this week. Since there are lots of hardware interfacing in our project, we have to gather clear knowledge on all of that. So we divided all the hardware components among our group members to study on. That's why I am doing my study on RFID readers and RFID booths. That was all I did in this week.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, I am Intisharul Islam. This is the 5th week and 3rd journal of our project. Previous week, PyLab told us to do our requirement analysis. At 1st November, we went to PyLab office for our weekly meeting and submit our requirement analysis. Our PyLab mentor Hassan Bhai discussed our requirement and informed us all of our requirement are okay. Then he told us about our next step. He told us to design our front-end part, but we suggest him to do some basic mock-up design of our project design and show them is it workable for them or not. He agrees with us and told us to submit the mock-up design next week. PyLab suggests us to us an IDE for the mockup design. They suggest us Indigo Studio, but previously we worked on Proto.io. So we told them we will work on it. After this discussion, HR of PyLab, Mr. Tosif, told us to make a team lead and send the information of team lead so that we can easily contact for any query. Then we return home. At November 2, though front-end design is my part and also any kind of mockup or design is also my part, so that I am starting to design the basic mockup design for our project. Parallelly, I am starting to learn the Java Swing and Java Spring work because our project will be implemented on Java and front-end will be on Java Swing and Java Spring. At November 3rd, all of our group members made their 3rd week journal video and sent to me. I edited our video and uploaded it on our Capstone United channel and shared the link with our faculty. That's it. Thanks.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Radwa Kekaus. It's 5th week of our class. Now we are clear about what we are going to do in our project. This week we are about to select our features. As we started requirement analysis last week and saw a complete software. This week I talked with some people who have vehicle but don't have any driver. As they drive their own vehicle, they faces many problems in real life while parking their vehicle. After talking with them, I made a requirement feature list. Our entire group member made a list of requirement individually, and then we made our requirement list as everyone have different thought. So it helps us to find various features. At last, Lumathaida Chaudhuri submitted our requirement file to Pilab Mentor. Our external mentor, Mr. Hassan, assigned us some specific work for for next week, schema for our database, and a design of our project. Our project has software and hardware both part. All of us must have clear knowledge about hardware component. So this week I am studying about CCTV and LCD monitor.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I am Israt Jahan. This is my third journal video. We have divided our full project work into 4 phases. This is our first phase. In this week, we basically done 3 things: collecting requirement and analysis the requirement and feasibility equation, and studied the benchmark of our project. Previous week we had started collecting requirement information from some car parking users, and this week we had analyzed their requirement and also studied some other software feature, and finally we wrote our requirement in a PDF, and then we submit the PDF to our external mentor. Our external mentor analyzed our requirement documentation and said everything is okay, and beside we made a benchmark table so that we can easily understand how much our software is good from other software. This way we can easily compare our software and other software. After done these 3 things, our external mentor advised us to make a mock design for our full software and create our database. And he also said that I know you guys will make a software, but you also need to know hardware information. For this reason, we had divided hardware information into some part. My part was detect sensor. This sensor will detect is it a vehicle or not vehicle. If it is a vehicle, after pushing button, they will give a RFID card. But if it is not a vehicle, then RFID will not come. So for this reason, I study about this topic. Thank you.